some slides about what are the news, the updates. So it has become kind of a tradition that I provide you some information about updates happening since the last time we met here, so since last year. So in the last year, we had some news, some evolution of the Open Data Hub, and I will share them with you. So our CEO introduced the vision of the Neue Tech Park, and together and in line with the innovation strategy of the province of Bolzano, the RIS3, the Smart Specialization Strategy, we created together with our stakeholders a specialization strategy focused on digital, where we defined 3 specialization areas. And the central specialization area, as you can see, is the Open Data Hub. That means all researchers, all innovators at the Neue Tech Park recognize the power of sharing data as open data and also knowledge using the platform we develop all together, the Open Data Hub. And what is the Open Data Hub? I think you all know it's a platform which connects data providers, which are public or private actors, having data as data silos, and they have the need to share their data in a research project or providing the data to real-world applications so developers can easily use them. And on the other side, of course, we have the data consumers. Data consumers are the developers implementing apps or having a system where they have to use the data. And for now, we have activated 2 data spaces, the mobility data space and the tourism data space. And we are working on further data spaces like agriculture and other domains of applications we would like to activate. And the project is not new, so we started in 2010 with mobility data. We added in 2016 the tourism data space and started developing tools. And today you will hear different presentations about toolings we are providing to the developers or to the data managers to increase the data quality. And the main takeaway here is that we are more than just a platform. We are a community. So why are we implementing the Open Data Hub? It is to have a community like you, a diverse community of experts, data consumers, data providers, startuppers, researchers, different EU projects, free software projects, and data spaces, initiatives using the data and creating value out of data. And this is really growing. So we started keeping track of the numbers in 2022. We had around 150 applications and websites using the Open Data Hub. In 2023, we have grown already to 500. And last year, 24, we reached and surpassed the 1,000 apps and website mark. So it is growing fast in applications using the data, and this is the main goal. The main goal is that we enable collaborations in the data spaces. And you will hear today in this main track different presentations of companies like R3GIS. I see Paolo Viscanic, I saw him there, yes. And Alice Bourdignon of R3GIS will give a presentation about urban green infrastructure using and providing data. We will have Dolomiti Nordic Ski giving a presentation about how Nordic skiing can be empowered through data applications. We have IDM, of course, Antonietta De Santis, who is working together with the Open Data Hub since many, many years for the Südtirol-Info and other applications. And then we have experts from research. So Tarindu Ranatunga will share a vision about federated data platforms in the data spaces environment, and Eurak Research will also share EU projects. These are just some examples. There are many talks, as you have seen in the program, in the schedule of today. And the main goal for us is to grow in data coverage. So what we have seen is that app developers need data not only from South Tyrol or from our region in North Italy, but we have to grow. And the goal is to reach whole European coverage until 2030. And how do we do that? We use EU-funded projects to accelerate this growth. That means we use projects like linking SST, that means linking Switzerland and South Tyrol, to enable connection of data from Switzerland and our data in our region. Or DigiWay, we will have Renate Marmsola from the province of Bolzano talking about DigiWay, which connects data from Austria with South Tyrol and Trentino, hiking data. Or we will have in the developer track information about mobility as a service for Italy, so different cities and regions in Italy providing data about car sharing or other sharing mobility information to create a common mobility as a service approach in Italy. All these projects help us to get more data into the Open Data Hub and provide high-quality data to all of you. Together, of course, with the partners we are creating all over Europe, different partnerships who all are able to help us provide high-quality data. There will be also Alpine Bits presenting, which is a very important open standard. We started to kickstart from South Tyrol, and it's becoming an open standard used in tourism Europe-wide. And here you can see we already have European coverage for some of the data, and we are adding data every day, I would say, at the moment. What we also introduced, we understood that one of our main stakeholders, let's say, are data providers. But data providers these are the owners of the data. For example, the data provider could be a city of Trento, for example. And the city of Trento has many parking lots, parking data. So where can you park your car? And the availability of free parking is a data set we provide through the Open Data Hub. So we are talking with the municipality or with the city. This is the data provider, the owner of the data, but usually they are not the manager of the system which collects the data. If we are talking about parking data, usually many cities in Europe use systems by SciData. SciData is a company providing you the gates and the ticketing system to pay your parking. And what we started is to introduce a certification program for these kind of technology providers who help our data providers to enable data flow. And the very interesting thing with SciData is that every SciData user, every city, every private parking space manager in the world who uses SciData can now activate, just with a flag, the channel to publish the data through the Open Data Hub. This is very important because we reduce friction, so a city doesn't have to invest in technology to connect the data and to publish the data as open data. They just have to use the feature of SciData. And the second certified technology provider is SIAG, Südtiroler Informatik AG, which is the company helping our public administration to be digital. And of course, a lot of data we collect and get in the Open Data Hub is provided by the public organizations like Meteodata or other sensor data provided by them or managed by the public administration. And in South Tyrol, all this data is provided through the Südtiroler Informatik AG, and they also got certified for the Open Data Hub APIs. Last topic I would like to share with you is new this year at the Open Data Hub Day. We have a developers room, so it's the first time we will split up in 2 tracks after the coffee break. So there will be the developer room in the seminar room 3. And there you will have presentations by students of the University of Bolzano. There will also be, during the coffee break, a poster session in front of the seminar 3, so you can also talk to the students and get an understanding about the projects they are implementing. And we will have in the developer rooms many student groups, so I don't remember exactly 4 or 5, who will present pitch their projects they created with Open Data Hub. And afterwards, there will be technical talks. So, for example, about why we introduce Go in Open Data Hub. I'm an old Java developer, so I was against these new, strange programming languages. But at the end, I got convinced we can try it. We will also talk about observability, telemetry. So we are migrating to Kubernetes, the system. Last year, we announced that we are implementing infrastructure version 2, which is on Kubernetes, microservices. A lot of confusion going on these servers, so we need more tracking about what's happening. And then there will be talks about mobility standard like NetEx and Siri by Jeffriel and OpenMove. And DCAT, we will also have the spin-off of the University of Bolzano on topic, talking about how to talk to the Open Data Hub, so using natural language interaction to query the data. So many technical talks in the developer room, and this is kind of an overview of what has changed, what is happening at the Open Data Hub. So meta overview. The details will be in the presentations, which will start from now with the first presentation, which will be provided by Alberto Comini from Dolomiti Nordic Ski, who will